All right, for the third year in a row, the Carolina Panthers have come out on top in their division and are in the wild card playoff round. This time we have the 3 seed Detroit, who we just beat with a lot of our backups and a mostly running play calling game. Come to Carolina again. They just stayed here the entire week. Hopefully they're not accustomed to it. Haven't gotten more comfortable. They're first in the league in passing, close to the last in rushing. We held them like 16 yards. And they're kind of bad at stopping the run and made at stopping the pass. We, however, are now first in the league in rushing. We had over 200 yards last game. Uman Mielen came second in the league. We went over the stats after the last game. Let's see. Let's look at the bracket. I did, by the way, go and edit the play calling, so hopefully we have a little bit more balance. It's kind of one of those where you kind of just have to see a game, and I didn't want to deal with watching a whole game that doesn't count. I want some action. All right, so our goal is and hope is that the Cardinals win and the Commanders win, so that the Cardinals can come to Carolina. I think we would match up well against them. I'm worried about the Cowboys, so if the Vikings win, then we're facing them. End the discussion. If we win, assuming we win, but I guess you can't really think about it too much. It doesn't really matter. I'm just really hoping we don't see Cowboys next. Should we win? And then over there in the AFC, you kind of see the teams over there. No, nobody really surprising. I don't know who missed it, who'd be surprising to miss it, but yeah, kind of makes sense. Over, I guess who's surprised? I guess Cardinals winning their division is surprising. Yeah, well, they did pick up Matthew Stafford in free agency for his swan song season, I guess. And the Rams didn't really have anyone, so we traded them Bryce, and we got Puka Nakua in return and exchanged first round picks and Braden Fisk and gave him a second and a receiver, kind of a blockbuster trade at the trade deadline. But we were like 2-5, and we tried to needed something to happen, and we needed sure play or not sure players, but basically established players as opposed to future draft picks. And in exchange, we kind of get I think we got their fourth overall pick, so we could basically get picks back that we gave them in a sense by trading down. So genius fucking move by the stand-in general manager of the team. Just just genius. You know, we don't have anyone injured, and they're out Jameer Gibbs. We'll take a look at their depth chart real quick. T Mac is not going to play. Sorry, I just don't trust him, man. Can't do it. I just don't think he does really anything that really helps the team. I don't want to kind of stop what we have going with the receivers right now. I guess we can kind of go over our depth chart. Okay, so you got Jared Goff, of course. Caleb Jackson, who didn't really do anything last game. Mons Ross St. Brown, Josh Reynolds, who I think led the league in yards receiving. Laporta, surprisingly, actually, he didn't really show up last game. They have a pretty good offensive line from what I recall. Yeah, I think this was their weakness right here, at least on paper. We didn't get a lot of pressure on them. I think they're running a 3-4 scheme. So you got McNeil, who's the only standout in the front three. Of course, you got Hutchinson, Jack Campbell's a presence, and Patrick Jones is, you know, nothing really to worry about, at least right now on paper. And they have pretty good starting corners. Free safety and strong safety is great. Their kicker has bad accuracy. But I guess we can kind of go over what changes I made. Alright, receiver. I'm going to have Horn Jr. as the 4th receiver that comes in. And then McMillan. So, okay, maybe he'll get some reps. No changes here. Cornerback, I think. So, I'm going to... Price Lock's been starting almost all year. I just got a feeling, man, because I think every time he's gotten a chance, he's done something, whether it was an Yeah, I think against the Saints, he got a pick 6. And against the Lions last game, I think he deflected a pass. Looked pretty good. So that's what we're going to go with, but we could always move things around, change things up. We're going to start Hicks. And then, of course, Ransom. So, yeah, there's nothing really different there. Who's my slot? Puka Nakua. And slot cornerback, who did I pick? I picked Moss. Okay. You know, hopefully I think that's mostly what we did last game. At least on the defensive side, cornerback side. All right, we got to pick our strategy. So, last game, we're just going to do what we did last game. I'm kind of tempted. See, it's actually suggesting that we defend a short pass. I was kind of tempted to try defending middle pass, but I don't want to do any different than what we did last game. And hey, look, it picked it for us. Right inside. All right. I think last game it had us defending deep ball or medium pass and run outside or something like that. Now, of course, I may be singing a different tune here at the end of the game, but I'm feeling pretty confident. I'm just hoping that the playbook does lean more towards run, a decent amount on first down, and let's see, second and medium. And then on second and short, hopefully it leans a little bit more on taking chances downfield with play action passes or long balls. You know, that gives us an opportunity that should something fail, sack or a miss, you know, we still have third and short, which should lean more towards the run. So yeah. All right, I think that's it. Are we ready to go? Are we ready to play some playoff football? And if there's any fans of other teams out there that are just laughing at a Panthers fan getting a kick out of it, just let me have it, man. Just shut your fucking mouth when you listen to me, all right? I'm enjoying myself, and I like sharing. So, here we go. Playoffs are on the docket. And we're going all black, baby. Playoff football. And you know, just saying, for next season, I might be looking at seeing if I can't get a certain mod to work with new uniforms. I don't know. I wouldn't count on it, though. I tried it once. It didn't work. I didn't want to put the time in to figure it out. You know, the main thing was I was going to try to see if we could still select our current rosters, or sorry, uniforms in addition to the mod. If it's just the mod, I may not go with it. But all right, we're ready, and I'm gonna heat up some food while I watch some playoff Panther football.
It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wild Card Weekend. It's the Lions and the Panthers. All that and more coming up next.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Up next, we'll keep it within the NFC for this game between the Detroit Lions and the Carolina Panthers. Welcome, everyone, to the start of the NFL postseason. Kate Scott, Brock Heward here as these teams begin the journey toward the Super Bowl. And at this stage, Brock, it's a daunting task ahead to make it all the way. They need 3 straight wins against the best teams in the NFL, beginning with this one right here, right now.
Yeah, Kate, and I love the way you say that right there. You just lay out the journey. And I'll tell you, in this journey right now, you're not going to find a team anywhere in this bracket who isn't 100% convinced they're going to be the one.
The moment these NFC teams have waited for all season long. We're away in Wild Card Weekend.
We got Rookie of the Year Arch Manning coming
out. The 30 before
broke the
he's brought down.
single season
Now out comes the Panther offense for its initial
passing
drive
touchdowns
game.
for rookies.
They'll be led out by one of the league's
With
promising
32.
young talents at quarterback in his first season out of Texas.
It's always fun, puts a smile on my face when I see a rookie leading an offense out. A lot of them look like 10-year vets with confidence and poise in the middle of that huddle, in the middle of their teammates. But let's watch his first couple throws. That's where sometimes you can see some of those nerves.
Go with a pass and a drop.
It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Pass play coming here. Able to find Nakua here. And he gets him around 6 there. Up from the secondary, and is Rakestraw on the tackle. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Back to throw.
Ooh, nice.
That's caught for the first.
Damn,
And they
close.
finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it'll give the Panthers a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Throwing from the gun.
2 first and 10s.
Has him on the quick hitter.
Both
And he
passes.
takes it inside the 35 before heading out. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Second medium should favor run.
They're going play action. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. He gets 6 on that play, and that'll be good for a Carolina first. He'll
3
throw
passes.
it yet again. He finds Sanders. And he stopped just before he reaches the red
Dude,
zone
I
at
barely
the 21.
knocked him up a little bit compared to last
2nd and 3 now.
last game. This is kind of, hey, as long as we're executing, I'm good, man.
From the 21. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Come on, guys, get another first.
They'll try and throw it here.
Okay.
He has the first over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 16. A 5-yard gain on the play. And it'll give the Panthers a first down.
We'll probably definitely see more passing here in the red zone. I did bump up running
From
a
the
little
red
bit.
zone now.
Ooh, good.
Catch is
Okay.
made in close.
That was
And this is down
worrisome.
all the way to the 3. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Taylor.
Oh,
And he's
All
not
right,
going
we're
to
at
reach
goal
the
line.
end
This
zone.
should
They
be
bring
heavy
him down
run.
at the 1.
should be,
Give him a couple on the run,
Heavy
and it's
run,
now
should
2nd
be.
and goal.
but I don't know what they're doing. Well, maybe it's, yep.
Dropping
Okay.
back to throw. And this one's incomplete. Too low
That
as
might
it
have
skips
saved
off the
us.
ground.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator.
See, I don't
He
wor-
needed another
this worries me when
alligator
they're
in
in
order
like
to get
a-
that ball off.
oh,
Credit
shit.
the defense for forcing the incompletion.
God damn it,
Pocket
bro.
isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
And out comes the Panthers field goal unit. This from 28 yards away. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Here's Carter on the return. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. So the Lions take the field for their first drive. They're led out by someone who's fought through the doubters all through his career, and he just keeps putting up numbers. Jared Goff.
Kate, there are other flashier quarterbacks that make more highlight reel plays than Jared Goff. There certainly are bigger and stronger athletes playing the position today, but Jared's just a throwback, a guy that understands the timing and the precision. I love that he knows what he is and what he isn't when it comes to his skills.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
First couple snaps, first drive of a game, it's all about who can land that opening punch, gain that first advantage in a game-long back and forth. Well, that opening punch was a solid cross, maybe even an uppercut that caught him right on the job and sets an immediate tone for this defense.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Gotta figure out this third down here. Shotgun snap here to Goff. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Here's Jake Camarda to send it skyward on fourth down. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Fair catch called for and made. Looks like that's at the 36-yard line. So no return on that punt. And it's going to be Panthers football. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Tackled by Jack Campbell. Second down now, 7 to go. From the gun, Taylor.
Okay,
And he
maybe
works this to the 38 before going down. 12 yards
They
on
can't
that
have
play, and a
coding
good
as
call,
far
and
as
that's in the
opening
first.
drive script, could
You
it?
know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just
now we're
see what's
looking at
right in
some run
front of
plays.
them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Pass play now. Gosh, this is Xavier Leggett. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Back now, pressure on its way. Finds Sanders. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Throwing it again here. This throw is caught. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him.
And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Panthers stretch their early lead to 9. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown! It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Kind of worried.
Such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
That one splits the uprights. And the Panthers go up 10-zip here in the first. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Evans now to return. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. So the Lions headed out for their second drive of the game. And they need some kind of score here, Brock, to keep this from getting away from him on the road in the postseason. On first down, it's Goff. That's complete to Sam Laporta. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
First down throw from Goff. Short pass brought in. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. Plowing up the middle. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Out of the shotgun, Goff. He finds Laporta. And that will not be enough for a first down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
St. Brown there to bring it in. And he's brought down for a loss.
Ravel Jr., baby. Nice play.
One quarter gone in our
Might have taken
opening
him out of
round
field goal
game of
range.
the NFC postseason. It's a 10-0 ball game. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. On again comes Jake Camarda to punt this away. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. Oh, he nearly coffin cornered that one. Just a little too far, and it's out of the side of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And the drive will start out with a first and 10. And even though he's only a rookie, he's played like a seasoned veteran this year. Right now, he's the guy who, if the season ended this instant, would be going home with that Offensive Rookie of the Year award. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. He's going to throw this one. Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete, brings up 3rd down. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. They're throwing it. Gets this to Sanders.
Nice
Big
fucking
gain, 14
run,
on the
getting
play.
that edge.
And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after.
First down, ball at the 36. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. This one to Williams out left side. And he'll get it up to the 44.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It
let's
sets
go
up
deep.
second and very manageable.
Let's go
and it
deep.
creates that
Give me a
space if
shot.
you want to take a shot downfield.
Oh, God.
To the sideline and intercepted. No, it's incomplete. He had the pick. Just couldn't hang on, though. And this drive lives on.
That's
to
what
see
you're going
third
to do
down.
with 4 birds on 2nd and short. I don't know if you want to do it anymore.
They'll motion a tight end left. Throwing now, 3rd and 2.
Oh, shit. That
It's
was
taken in
fucking
by
close.
Williams. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll advance this down to the 38-yard line. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
All right, go for it. Mid to deep pass.
From the 38. Couldn't bring it in over the middle, incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick this up on the ground.
Come on, give it to
And
him.
he's dropped just
Fuck
short of the
you.
marker, maybe a yard
Go for
away.
it, Dave. Come on, Dave.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you
It's on the
transition
36-yard
from
line. That's a
college to the
53-yard
NFL,
attempt.
not
Go for it.
every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Only
Yeah,
need
see?
the length of the
Get back on the
football. It's
field.
4th and inches. They're going Taylor. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Come on now. Was there any doubt who they were going to go to right there? That was always going to be a run play.
Yeah, because we
No
don't know what the
problem
fuck he's
converting
gonna
on
do.
4th.
Lone back gets the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. That was a Fatu Melifonwu there to make the play. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. He's dropping back to throw.
Nice.
Taylor makes the catch.
Beautiful.
And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Trust me, man, that's the kind of shit I would have loved to have seen from Chuba. When this guy comes
They
up,
have themselves
Chuba's
another
running
1st and
into
10.
center's asses. Come on, man.
Working inside the red zone.
Oh.
Complete out to the right. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Has it in close. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Come on, man. Don't make a mistake. Do not make a mistake.
They'll throw it again. The back's got it.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke.
Beautiful.
And he gets in. Touchdown.
Keep fucking pounding.
The Panthers make it a 16-point ball game. PAT effort coming up. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Panthers take a 3-possession lead. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Return coming from the 6. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. The Lions offense returning to the field. And things starting to get a little out of hand for him, Brock. That last score made it 17-zip. Goff on 1st and 10. Gets it quickly to St. Brown. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. 2nd and 3 now. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. 3rd and a lone yard coming up.
You want big boys up front.
Back to the well again. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Pickup of 2 here. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit. Running back sent in motion. Ooh, a little movement along the line there. That's going to cost the defense 5 yards. He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still 1st down.
So they'll only need 5 now after that neutral zone infraction penalty. Off play action, Goff. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Here's the handoff. And he takes it across midfield and into Panthers territory. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need 1 more now on 3rd down. They go play action with Goff. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And that gives the Lions the first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Play action on 1st down. He gets it complete to Josh Reynolds. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now at the vault. It's the Lions looking at 3rd and 4.
Oh, watch that quarterback draw.
From the gun, Goff.
Damn it.
And they will score. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions chop some of the lead off before the half. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
That one right down the middle. And the Lions cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Return starts at the 9. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30.
All right,
The
2-minute drill.
Panthers and this running back headed back out for a new series. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 36. Has him on the quick hitter. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 42. Finds Sanders. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
First down, ball at the 36. Throwing from the gun here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
To the air, 3rd and long.
Damn it.
And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got 4th down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Looking to throw. And that one's unsuccessful. So we're to the half in this NFC wildcard contest. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to Orlando. Turn things over to our buddy Jonathan Coachman in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. This is the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get you caught up on what's going on around the National Football League. But first, time to look ahead to Sunday's action here in the NFC. A 4-5 battle that ought to be a tight one, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Kickoff taken at the 3. This return makes it up to the 25.
What's Jimmy Horn doing that?
Out come the Lions. They've got the first series of the 2nd half. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. First down throw from Goff.
Oh, shit. Yes.
And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Goff back to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They're going play action. He puts some power on a deep one.
Oh!
And there's a man there.
Beautiful pick. Beautiful. Why are you
off.
running right at him?
And the Panthers are able to get the return down to the 40-yard line before they're stopped. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did.
They'll run here on first down. It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the...
Damn it. Thank you. Get the ball. Jesus.
Oh, look at this. He gets it back.
You know what? Everybody on the field
Close,
is going to
Arch.
make mistakes. The key is to clean that up as quickly as he can. Ball carrier loses possession, but he doesn't panic and lose composure. Instead, well, he hops on the ball and he saves the day.
On the draw, this is Taylor. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. It's a gain of 9, and now some options for him on 4th and short.
Fuck, they're going for it. I would take the 3.
Back to throw, needing a first.
Oh, nice.
18 on the slant. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard
Slants
line.
scare me, man, but some of those plays have
They'll call
one.
out 1st and 10. Look into the air here.
Oh, he's in.
Caught at the 4. He has the Carolina touchdown. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're
Brock,
just
say it.
clicking today.
Just
Putting
rolling. I mean,
things
this is
together.
clinic. This is what I call teaching tape.
Say it.
Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
And the Panthers leaving their guys out there. Look at this. They're trying for 2.
They have no fucking chill right
He's
now.
throwing for it. And he's into the end zone. That play adds a couple more to their lead.
Quarterback's best friend, big targets in the red zone. Not many guys can match up and defend someone like him, and no surprise, it went right to him for the conversion.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a
Snyder.
touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air.
Ooh.
Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
I need to get to the fucking hole.
Shotgun snap here to Goff. Connects on the crosser. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
273. Left
Following that
tackle, right
completion,
tackle.
remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Finding Reynolds.
Damn.
And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Tackle made by J.C. Horn. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing again, it's Goff. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Hard-hitting football.
No connection on
defense.
the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
All right. It scares me, but not so much with this quarterback for some reason.
Out of the shotgun, Goff.
Well, should have.
He finds Laporta. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
On 1st down, it's Goff. That's complete to Jackson. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted.
All right,
it's not
down.
just the receivers or the tight
Pick 'em
ends
off.
that can make plays through the air.
Stuff the run.
When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
This one's caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. Caught him across the line early there. That's an easy call for our officials.
Encroachment. Defense.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Still 2nd down.
So the penalty takes some of that distance away. Things tightening up here for 2nd and goal. Carter. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Bucket formation.
The Lions shrinking the lead some in the 3rd.
What was that?
Looking to tack on the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Lions get it back to a 14-point game. Now Camarda on to send it away. He fields it from the 8. He's got a lane up past the 30. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Panthers ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this, couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. So good field position for the Panthers, starting this drive, 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Let's get Taylor involved.
From the 43.
Ooh, damn.
Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a
my
big
4
gain
verse?
and a new set of downs.
That was
That
2nd
goes as a
and
gain
4.
of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains.
Seriously?
There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. An early jump and the flags come in. I think this is going to go against the defense.
Zone infraction. Defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still 1st down.
So they'll only need 5 now after that neutral zone infraction penalty. Setting up a throw. Gets this to Sanders. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Aiden Hutchinson, energetic as always after making the stick. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 27. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll give the Panthers a
score
1st
here.
down.
I'm taking Puka out and putting T-Mac in.
Shotgun, handoff to Taylor.
Nice.
Breaks the tackle, still going.
Ooh.
And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Now he'll throw off the play fake.
Get up.
This is brought in along the sideline. High degree of difficulty for a short gain. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
He's just right.
They go play action here.
Damn it, bro.
Caught him
And he
deep behind
fumbled
the
it.
line.
Oh, what the fuck is...
And no turnover. It's going to stay with the
Dude,
offense.
why can't you just run it, man?
We all saw the brief moment of full-on panic between the ball
Goal
coming
line
out
formation.
and him getting back on it.
Passing
The
is so
aggressive part
rare.
is he kept his composure while it was still loose. One mistake didn't become two, and he cleaned it up
Someone tried to
before
fucking
any
pick it up
defenders
and
could.
throw it. Oh, man.
Gotta forget about first down in a hurry. They need a chunk of yards here on 2nd and goal. Taylor now up the middle.
Oh,
He breaks the tackle, and he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal.
I'm angry today.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Oh, my
Escapes the
goodness. He's gonna get there.
pocket.
He's gonna get there. He's gonna get there.
And he will score. It's a Carolina touchdown.
Beautiful.
The Panthers make it a 3-possession game. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise.
I'm not gonna
And
be
in
able
the
to
end,
afford this cat
turned
in
out to be the
4
best call he
years.
could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's
up the
NFL
whole
for that
tab.
QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create
All right, we're
when
up
things
3
break
touchdowns.
down, and that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
I think we should take out more than just Puka.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Lions back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown.
All right, I think we should. Let's keep that set up for now. We'll go Riley Williams. Who can I not live without? I wonder if I should do it. Let's keep a series so that T-Mac can. Yeah, they're gonna be passing more, so let's do this. That's not for passing, that's just for you know what? Yeah, we don't really need. They're not getting into him anyways. So let's give Snyder that. Let's give this to Mike Green. I don't wanna risk Wallace. We could always put him back in if we start to fail here. All of a sudden Horn's playing well. Oops. I don't care if he goes down. just do that. Oh, that's what winning by 3 touchdowns helps us do.
With that, or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Goff on 1st and 10. Finds Laporta. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. One of the tight ends motioning left. They go play action with Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to
Mike
drop
Green
it.
with the sack,
And
baby.
the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
Okay, that's one of those situations where it's just a double whammy. Number one, you can't afford to give up a possession and waste a possession like that. And number two, to do it so quickly. A 3 and out in that situation. And really, listen, if there is a path to a comeback, and that's a big if right now, it's going to take sustained drives, and a 3 and out just devastating on that possession.
The Lions readying for the punt. It'll be Jake Camarda doing the honors. Fair catch called for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. The Panthers get going again once more on offense. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that'll be good for a Carolina 1st.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On 1st down, they'll run. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
Okay, I'm going to take out the running backs.
We're down to 1 quarter before we determine our wild card winner. The Falcons have the ball and the lead. Only 1 quarter from advancing in the postseason. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Back to throw now. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 16. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
After this series, I'll just take out the receivers and some offensive linemen too. I was trying to get
Working inside the red
T-Mac to
zone.
look. Nope, not there.
The throw is caught. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal.
Bottom of your screen. Close to the bottom.
Goal to go. It's a pass play. It's incomplete. Risky throw to the sideline. They're lucky that defender didn't keep on going down the sideline there. It's going to be second down. Still sticking with the passing game. He's on the move. And he will score. It's a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers keep adding to that fourth quarter lead. Just a great effort there from him, Brock, to take it upon himself, embrace the initiative, and turn that drive into 6.
You know, Kate, there was a day when you were watching Steve Young or Randall Cunningham, and that felt like a bonus touchdown. But that's not today. It feels like every quarterback's got to be able to score, be a dual threat on the ground. It's part of an offense every single team relies upon.
That one splits the uprights. And the Panthers continue piling on to this lead.
All right. Time to call it a day. Shit, I should have done that earlier. All right, we're ready. Game on.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away.
Looking good.
Here's Carter on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The offense headed out now for Detroit. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And
She
man, it's
sounded
like
like-
a vampire sucking
Yeah, I
the
know what
juice
you're
out of an
talking about.
offense.
Yeah, I love that. First down throw from Goff. Completed to Reynolds. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that.
One more thing.
Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. From the gun, Goff. He's going to try to drop it in deep right.
Oh.
And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball,
Close.
incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. And now they face second down. Goff setting to throw. St. Brown there to bring it in. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. So now here's 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap here to Goff. St. Brown's got it. Complete. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit. Now Goff. Finding Reynolds. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. 2nd and 3 now. Throwing again, it's Goff.
Come on, Gabe.
Nearly intercepted. Ooh, he almost had it. Couldn't bring it in. Incomplete. That brings up 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Well, they scrambled back on top of the fumble. They lose a ton, though, and now they've got 4th down coming up.
Yeah, recovering it really only brought you one more play. With how much they lost on that play, well, here come the special teams. And now, well, now they got to be special.
They'll go for it. Goff. He puts some air under this one. Deep right. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. Looks like play has been paused. We've got a timeout taken by the defense. Here's Etienne to begin the drive. And he's got it up to midfield and into Lions territory. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Etienne again. And he's able to get this down to the 36. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run, in need of some attention. 1st down, ball at the 36. They go right back to Etienne. And he'll be stopped after getting this down to the 31. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. First throw for the backup now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasting no time.
To the house. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers keep running away with this. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
Extra point attempt coming up.
Have we punted once?
The point after splits the uprights. And the Panthers grow their lead yet again. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Returning it from the 4. And a
Derek
decent
Brown,
return
the first one
ends
down
as they
there.
bring him down inside the 30. So following the return, looks like somebody's shaken up. Trainers out to determine how severe this may be. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pass taken in by St. Brown.
I don't know, man. There's a new
And
king
they're going
of
to
the
bring him
jungle.
down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 31. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Off to the air now. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
He finds Laporta. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him.
Still first down.
A bit jumpy across the way there, and that halves the distance ahead of him on 1st down. Throwing it again here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
From the 45 on 2nd down. On target to Jackson. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first. They'll throw it again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I can already read the headlines tomorrow. This offensive line can't protect. This offensive line. But it's more than that. When you give up 5 sacks in a game, it's a complete breakdown of
Oh shit,
everybody
Snyder's coming.
offensively. Play
Damn
caller,
it.
quarterback, offensive line. Yeah, they're going to have to regroup and figure out how to protect this quarterback first
I
and
like
foremost.
Snyder, man. I just wish he was
So
more
after that
explosive.
prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Goff.
Oh,
And that's incomplete. He's going to wish he hung on to that pick there, but it's still going to bring up 4th down.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
damn, that tight end, bro. Fucking huge.
Now first run of the game is Amir White. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. They'll come to the line here. 2nd and 9. From the gun, ETN gets it. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. They send a tight end in motion. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Charlotte. Panthers authoring a blowout here. And the Lions into a nickel set for 3rd down.
Why would you pass it?
Out of the gun, a give to ETN. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
First and 10, it's a give to White. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Again, this is White. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Most of the people
Call it.
watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the
Good
next
game,
time he
everyone.
really
Good
needs
game.
to pick up a few yards.
So the Panthers guard the vault and get the win at home. And they're headed to the divisional round next week. Great start to their playoffs and getting the win at home, but the test's only getting harder from here on out. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Panthers are winners as we say so long from Charlotte.
Putting the pieces together. Damn. Some highlights in this one. Oof. Held him to 242 yards, so. Alright. They had less than 200 yards. We had 470 yards. They had 9 yards rushing to our 161. 188 yards passing for them to our 309. They threw for 318 yards, 78% completion percentage, 2 touchdowns, passing, 2 running. Wow. Scotabo with 48 yards. Taylor with 51. God, I love that. I love this playbook, dude, to split these two. Like, just love it. ETN got 32 yards. Narch with his 2 touchdowns and 2 fumbles. Didn't he recover both himself? That's pretty lucky right there. Taylor with 7 fucking broken tackles. Damn. I don't want to see. Tavion Sanders, Puka. Got that tight end involved too. Hunt. Damn, K Mays comes in and just starts serving pancakes. Alright, we got Christensen, Moko. Green, good show, dude. Good show. All right. Sorry, Lions, your fucking window is closing. I don't like that play. You have the running back, but nothing else, man. Let's get the all 22 film going here. Alright, Was this the blitz that I was kind of, yeah. Okay. Yeah, Princeton just doesn't know what to do there, man. Man coverage sucks, apparently. That's a good play. Oh, you have 84 Evans, and that's pretty much it right there. But a wide open field. Take it. Damn. All right. Awesome game. Wish we had it all season, although it was an exciting season. 2-5 to start. Then we sold out. Traded 2 second-round draft picks. Bryce Young. Yeah, that's it. It's worth it, man. All right. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see who we face. To the RNG gods. Who do we got? Who do we want? Who do we want? All right. We want the Commanders to beat the Vikings and the Cardinals to beat the Cowboys. And you know what? Yeah, so I'm not, there's no force win here. I don't do that shit. Ooh, okay. Going to Minnesota. The fucking Cowboys, man. I'd rather face the Eagles. I ain't lying. For sure. I'd rather face the Eagles. Should we get past the Vikings, of course. I'd rather go into Philly than have the Cowboys come to Carolina. I ain't, nope. I ain't fucking with that fucking short, whatever pass game they have, man. That shit's frustrating. If we're lucky, the Saints being towards the bottom of the league, they'll fire that fucking coach, and we won't have to see it again. Hopefully, at least in our division. Damn. All right, AFC. Chiefs fucking won. God damn it. Chargers beat the Bengals. Bills beat the Ravens, and we handled the Bills, and that was before a brand new shiny sparkly playbook. But I think I gotta go in. I gotta look at the goal line and just make like 5-star runs if they're not already. They might have overlooked it a little bit. Just fucking run it, bro. Just run it. I don't care. I'd rather lose than throw an interception there. I'd rather lose yards than throw an interception. All right. Okay. Okay. I wonder who's starting for the Cowboys. Dak Prescott wasn't out. Prescott. 2 interceptions each. Wouldn't that be something? If Prescott's in there and he just doesn't do anything nearly what Miller Moss did to us. So weird. Dude, I'm very tempted to sign Spencer Rattler if he's a free agent. Even if I'm signing Lenora Sellers. Or drafting him, I should say. So. Uh-oh. Why is my left button not working? Oh. Alright, let's take a look at the Vikings real quick. Nobody's out. Cowboys? Shit, went the long way. Nobody. Eagles? He'll be back. Oh, just in time to play whoever if they win. Let's look at the depth chart. Because I think, yeah, J.J. McCarthy handled us. Was it this year? Last year. Yeah, last year we beat the Lions and then they handled us in week 2. Look at this, man. Started off great, 21-3. 3 losses in a row. Handled the fucking Bills after I don't remember what change it was. So we're 2-3, 2-5. And that's when we made the fucking trades. Got 3 wins in a row, kind of almost barely, except for this one. We handled them. Got by the Giants, the Saints. So wait, 2-5. So that's 500. That's 2 games. Yeah, 5-7, man. Things were looking grim. I think that's when was it? At some point, I don't know what it was, but yeah, really just week after week, I was just fine tuning the playbook and editing. I think it was after this one. There's somewhere in there where I was like, okay, let's go with. I think we went the Lions playbook here, but I didn't like the running. Yep, that's what it was. And then of course the 49ers, Buccaneers. I think I liked what we had with the passing game, with the route schemes, but I didn't like that we weren't running on first downs. So, man, imagine being or 2-5. Get to 5. Then we're at 5-7 with 5 games left. And I think the Bucks were 2 games ahead at the time. Yeah, 2 games ahead. We had the one. Yeah, dude. And then we barely get past the fucking 49ers and Buccaneers and Saints. And just coming into our own just in time. All right, Vikings depth chart. JJ freaking McCarthy. And then this guy, I think he was out for some games, and this guy played. And they were still winning. Seems to be pretty fast. Almost identical. Damn, he's fast, bro. So, nah, I'll never do QB contain. Damian Pierce, Coleman. Oh, god damn. That's probably why they fucking burned us a year ago. Jesus, Jesus. Jesus. It doesn't stop. Oh my goodness. Looks like they're running a 4-3, I would think. You're a bitch right there, buddy. Alright. I think with this in mind, I think I'm going to tick down the passing just a tad. And if I lean more run, I'm okay with that. Yep. Keep the ball out of their keep the ball away from their offense. Damn. Where did where did Alexander go to? Louisville. Okay. Some young special teamers. Okay. Offense is definitely their strong suit, and our defense is suspect. So, but it all depends on the scheme, I think. It's all about the scheme. Connell's Vikes host Panthers in divisional round. Watch your offenses. Aim to find road where they watch. All right, who are we rooting for here? Eagles. And yeah, dude, they beat us in a divisional. I think was it? No, was it the NFC Championship last year? No, that was the Niners. Okay, so yeah, we lost to the Eagles in the playoffs our first year in the divisional round, and I think we lost a close one to them last year. So I want payback. I can wait. I can wait for the Cowboys to fire their coach at some point for payback there, but Yeah, that fucking shit scares me. Them and the Saints, man, and apparently the fucking Jags too. Um, well, who knows? Maybe the Cowboys will suck. They have a better, on paper quarterback starting. All right, and so I'm gonna be rooting for Bills and Chargers. Easy, Bills and Chargers, and not just because I want those teams to win over the Chiefs, of course, and then Texans, of course. Who, if we were to get through, who's easiest one for us? I mean, probably the Bills. We fucking handled them. Then maybe the Chargers. I don't know. We haven't played them. I don't know what Justin Herbert can do to us. But I know Mahomes is gonna pick us apart. I wouldn't surprise me if Stroud picked us apart. So yeah, one of those two teams, man. That's what I want. Hopefully, but we need to get past the Vikings, and I'm probably not gonna do it tonight. I'm just gonna bask in this victory. Feel good about the offense. What can I mumble about here? Let's take a look at our draft picks. All right, so we have the fourth pick in that trade. Two-thirds of fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh. Okay. So I'm gonna get a backup quarterback, Lenore Sellers, just for the excitement. Don't really care if he fucking sits there. Just don't. But I think the good thing is that every mock draft I've seen, he's he's not going in the first round. So I could trade down, pick up some picks. All right. In all likelihood, I'm without a doubt gonna put T Mac on the trade block. Without a doubt. And I'm probably gonna trade him because I want Nakua, Liggett, and Harvard playing. So he does me no good sitting on the bench, and I would even venture to say, based on what I've seen, not what I may see in this offense with him, but what I've seen, he provides nothing that Coker can do or any of these other guys. So, how many do I have? I have 7 fucking receivers. Goddamn. And I'll look to see if there's anyone in the draft that I want to bring in to kind of challenge these two guys. I'd love to see them just flourish, but or even Coker. But what I'm seeing with slow sim, with slow sim, you need to separate. And although Coker's speed is 91, like he just doesn't really separate that much. He gets chances if he's like to throw the ball. You need separation to get a target. And and he's under contract, so look, dude, I signed him to a long-term deal. I think I kind of went a little overboard. I think he's got like 5 years left on his contract. Yeah, after this one, 5. So I kind of, I wasn't, I guess I wasn't fully embracing the realism at that point um, when I started. So, and I was thinking, yeah, sure, not a problem. He'll be. I trusted that he would progress, but I was a rookie with slow sim. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Yeah, I'll probably look to see if there's anyone there that's interesting to draft, but I also have to compare it to what else I see and how many picks we have. I'm comfortable right here, man. We just re-signed Jatavian Sanders. This guy is coming up. Um, should be a star rating. Yep, star rating. I mean, the question is going to be like if he progresses in the off season and is better on paper, I may have to start him. Who knows? 6'6", 240, dude. We might have 87 speed. Less acceleration, though. But we'll see how he progresses. Now, my dream would be, like, a fast thumper. So I just don't think I should really spend any resources on it when we have these two guys. Like, cap wise or drafts. So I'm probably not going to be looking for anything there. But yeah, my dream would be like if Tyler Warren was at least had his speed and could thump, then yeah, I would be targeting him just because I was hoping so bad we'd draft him, but I don't know if he's panned out here. All right, he's our starter at left tackle. I think he's proven that going forward. So I'm confident enough to think that I just can't picture a world where he doesn't progress and isn't our star. And so he's given me like hardly any worries. Given up 7 sacks all year. Like to see none, but he's looked darn good. And sometimes you can't even blame those on him. He's looked darn good in my opinion at left guard. Same with him at center. Mays is under contract, so he could back up all the entire interior line. Hunt, I don't know. We'll see. It'll depend on any regression. Truthfully, um, but at this point, I'm planning on him being our starter next year. And then Moten, I don't know, man. I have to see if I can fit him under the cap. It'll be a year by year basis. I'll probably sign him, but just because I want to see him retire a Panther. So basically, backups now. So we have one, and then two, three, four backups right now. Christensen's under contract. They're all there. Doesn't look like I can save much with Christensen if he's cut. I don't know. I'll look at it next year. So what I'll probably do is I'll probably look. I want to keep throwing darts because where we stand right now is I wouldn't probably mind if he were to retire this offseason. I would actually feel decent about him starting next year. But I wouldn't mind throwing another dart at it. Several, I don't know, we'll see. Like I just don't mind throwing darts because you're gonna have he's only under contract for next year, I believe. And I don't really have the loyalty to go re-sign him after. We didn't draft him. He's how many sacks did he give up this year? 6? Okay, so not bad. What about Moten? He was out for some games too. 9? Now I'm curious. 3, okay. Yeah, I think I should throw darts at it because, like, I want a secure line, dude. Like, I want someone to come in, be young, and, like, close, kind of basically, like, as well as this guy is at right guard. and also right tackle. So there's that. Plus you got to yeah. Well, anyway. Oh man, I'm just completely amazed with Fisk. Derek Brown's kind of slowing down, but he's gonna retire Panther. I'm almost sure of it. I don't see why I wouldn't. I'm comfortable with these guys as backups for now, and he's awesome. He's a superstar. I think, and he's already 85. I know he had progression. I just can't remember. And I'm good with him as backup there, and he can kind of stick around. So I don't really have any interest in looking unless I see someone that's just like high value, or if I could find some kind of scheme or something I'm thinking of. Like the only thing I can think of would be instead of having him be because he's basically right now. No, I'm good. I'm good with that. So I really don't think I'll find much to improve there. Yep. All right. Edge. So might be time to start. Here's the thing about Edge with what we have. So these three guys are going to be at middle linebacker. So yeah, I think I'm good because I can. If one of them gets injured, I can move Snyder over. Oops. Snyder over, which he plays right now anyway. So yeah, I'm good there. Well, hold on. So he's on contract for next year. I mean, you could be looking at what trade value maybe if I find someone. So I'll probably look out in the draft, see if I find someone that piques my interest, and if I do, put them on the trade block. And that's the thing. If you don't get any offers, then where do you fit that guy? And do you risk putting him on the practice squad? Here's another one. He's under contract, I think, just next year. Okay, so we gave up a second for him. It's kind of like borrowing him because I think I might be able to. If this guy progresses, and I think a lot of it's going to have to do with his awareness right here. I think. I don't know. I'm just potentially talking out of my ass. Play recognition. God damn, bro. Look at that guy's acceleration. You shitting me right now? Holy shit. I don't know, man. It might be tempting to keep him. But in our defense, he's not on the field too much. So, I don't know. He might be trade bait too, just to pick up something. Get back our second. Or maybe a player that we really, really like in a position of need. So far, I haven't really seen any need. Like I don't think there's going to be an offensive lineman that I want that I think would be legit to take them away. It's because I want young guys. So this guy's young. He was a trade veteran target. Maybe I'll find an offensive lineman. It's like okay, but they're hard to find because I need certain types. Speaking of, I had like all fucking power before, like too many power guys, and I drafted some. So he's power, power, power. Oh, actually, he's agile, but also power. Yeah. Oh, he's well rounded. But yeah, I think I only have like 2 backup powers now because all these guys are pass blocking, and then the practice squad guys pass blocking. All right, Horns really all of a sudden started to play well. Like shows up. It shows up. I'm like, to me, everything seems like it should be good here. But I think here in the next year or two, or maybe what I could do is look in the draft here. But see, here's if I'm throwing darts, I want an offensive line right now. But at some point, once I get the offensive line kind of like where I feel good, where all I really need is kind of backups, and I might find those at the same time. But I probably will. If I'm looking for my future right tackle and right guard after next year, or like I said, who knows? Maybe Moten retires this year. I don't think he will though. But I may want to start thinking about throwing darts here, because if I can somehow find this guy should be premier, it just doesn't show on in the game. I want like a premier guy, someone who can start building to be just top tier. Comfortable here. Mm. Hope he progresses, or he doesn't fuck up dumb fucking boneheaded plays. Happy here, and my roamer to the safety would come from here somewhere. Probably this guy. Gonna draft a guy. I don't care. I'm not re-signing him. He's good and all, but he misses anything, I don't know, above 53. It's a 50-50. This guy here, the punter, I'm good with him, man. Really good with him. Just wish he would cuff and corner it more. Practice squad. Okay, we were assigned this kid. We were assigned him too, weren't we? Forgot Jalen Reed's still in the practice squad. We were assigned him as well. Oh, okay. So these two more darts. I was thinking this guy. I forgot about Crownover. Oh, I drafted him too. Fuck, forgetting about these guys. All right. If I look at the draft, all right. I want to throw darts at corner and offensive line. I don't want to take like. See, this guy's agile. Got the size though, man. Oh, here's a couple pass protectors, but I really want Lenora Sellers as a backup. If I put a backup in, I want it to be like Not this old guy. I want a young guy, and I'm in a position where now I think I can do it. And if I could pick one young guy, who would it be? Lenore Sellers, dude. So like if he goes on a scramble, I want to see him just run some fuckers over. All right, so that would take out pretty much like most of these top 32 guys. Then you're getting into like where's the bang for the buck? I would say corner. For us, it would be cornerback, and darts can be later. Darts at offensive line can be later. I'm thinking off the top of my head. So you got quarterback. I think we're gonna be set there. Running back, we're set there. Um, might look at seeing like, okay, who's. It's better for me to sign a free agent as a thumper to back up Cam, and I think ETN does well as backup to Taylor. Wide receiver, I want to look for speed in the draft. So yeah, darts of offensive line can be thrown mid to late rounds. I kind of like doing that. That's fun. Defensive line. Don't really feel like I need to throw darts right now at anything. Linebackers, maybe not, but if I see someone, that could free up one of them. That could be mid to late rounds. And then cornerback. So yeah, so cornerback could be a target. I don't have a second round pick right now, but my goal is to, as far as draft picks go, is to start collecting for future draft picks for when all these guys are going to be asking for money. And I'm going to have to go with the ones I feel are the most vital to us, sign those, and I can almost guarantee you I'm not going to be able to sign everyone. And when it comes time to pay our starting quarterback. So, with a first round pick at number 4 overall and no real fucking need, we trade down, we still get Lenore Sales, and in the process, see if I can't pick up a first next year. So first this year, first next year. Who knows? Maybe if I drop down far enough, get a second round pick next year. Change that second round pick to a first the following year. Just I wouldn't mind going into that draft after we sign the contract with um, whoever it is, Sellers or Manning, with like 3 fucking first round picks. Really wouldn't. 4, I don't know. However many we can fucking get. But until then, I want to start. Obviously, I feel like the offensive line is going to be short up. It's going to fucking happen. I'm comfortable there for the most part. I would have been more worried had these people I fit in if they would have just looked lost left and right. But I'm feeling more comfortable there. And then cornerback, so I can start throwing. Yeah. So if I pick up a second this year, and I'm just spitballing, I don't know what the offers would be. But who knows? Maybe if I'm sitting at 4 and then Norris Sellers isn't even projected to go in the first round, I could trade down a couple times. So yeah, it's entirely in the realm of possibility that I can get a cornerback in the second round here if I see someone. So let's go down the list. All right. I like guys at least 6 foot, 200 pounds, or close, or 195, something like that. Just I don't know why. I just do. Our scheme is our archetype. Our preference is kind of man to man. But it's like this guy, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just not. Unless he was just like lightning fast. But usually guys can be fast with size. So I don't know. Let's just see who we got. There could, yeah, see, I don't really need a middle inside linebacker. And this guy's not really an edge. You got to be at least 245 pounds, bro. Ooh, shit. 6'8", 325. That's like too fucking tall to be a guard. Fucking 6'7", 240 vertical threat. Damn. If there was a power back that's fast, that looked like a power back. Look, this guy's a power back. You shitting me right now? What if this guy was like the one? What if he was fast and fucking thumper, bro? 5'9", 187. Damn. All right. Let's go look at. Let's just look at these real quick. Okay, these are first round picks. I'm not doing that. I'm not in that big of a need right now for the replacement. Not a lot of options. This guy could be interesting. Rank 168th. I'll probably keep an eye on him. All right, left end. Kind of good. After getting Fisk, man, I'm good. So technically, we already used our second round picks. I'm curious. Oh, damn. That's not a nose tackle. That's a boulder. Where was he? Damn, bro. I love my nose tackles for a 3-4, man. But you'd probably need to spend a second round on him. So not good bang for the buck for us. These are kind of, I'll know more after the pro day. You know, none of this shit really tells me much. All right. All right. So we're looking. So see, I probably wouldn't even be that interested in I mean, maybe 6'4", 180 sounds, I guess, interesting, but not if it means that I give up Lenore Sellers. Sorry. And no, I'm not a Gamecock fan particularly. I root for all the Carolina teams. Um, but dude, they just have. I mean, Josiah Thompson kind of was there. He's worked out. Nick Harbor was just like a fucking freak of nature. He was there. Did I draft any other ones? And Lenore Sellers. The guy's just like, I don't know, man. Like if he could play at the level of Madden and have the ability to fucking run. Did I say Madden? I meant Manning. Um, then fuck it. Fucking trade fucking Arch before his contract's up. I want what's exciting, you know, and is good. So I've got no loyalties. Did it with Bryce. He wasn't good. If Lenora Sellers just sucks out there, then not good. But it gives me some trade capital, hopefully, for the future. All right. I just wanted to kind of go over this shit. All right. So here's we're looking at probably second round. Xavier Locus. That'd be someone. And I know it's all like I'm just looking at like height, weight, and archetype right now. Caleb Beasley, Ricks. I mean, that's kind of like getting close to like just based on size alone. Now I'm just looking at size. Jalen Austin. But I do like those that have pictures. I don't know why. Snowden. Dude. Yeah, it's but for him the chances I don't know. Who knows? Maybe Kelly Jones, Snowden, like the ranking, they're probably shitty. But we've had some shitty rankings actually not be that bad. I have to think of. I think Gabe Powers was low ranked. Turned out I think he was like low 70s. So, and the way this mod works is pretty cool because like you it kind of does. I learned a little bit more about it. It does random number generating and like it gives the opportunity for late round picks to actually progress a lot the first year or the first during their rookie contract, pretty much. I don't know. So yeah, there might be a chance that if we get a second round pick, maybe I start throwing a dart per draft at cornerback. Yeah, because at this point, let's say I get one, I think I can do without Mello Dotson. Um, yeah, he's my last cornerback right now, and a lot of that to do with because Ravel Jr. we were able to trade for. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, and who knows? What if I get one, and then maybe I could pick one of the higher picked guys and make him trade bait? But it's gonna suck if our guys aren't playing well, and I don't have a good potential veteran backup to come in off the bench. But yeah, I'm just kind of just at first glance, I'm looking at. We'll keep an eye on Lucas, Beasley. I mean, again, I'm gonna look at all of them, but these are the first ones I'm gonna be. Des Ricks, maybe. Oh, Bethane Cookman, man. Who did we draft from there? Long time ago. That was good. Stephen Jones. And now we're getting into third and fourth round. So I'll keep a look at it. You know, if I see a lot of guys that are late round guys, and only like a couple, like one or two I like in the second round, you know, maybe I'll just do what's best for the team, man. That's what I do. All right. I think that covers it for now. Tomorrow I'll get going the divisional playoff game at the Vikings. Good win. Good game.